Call the Senate to order. Sergeant at Arms will please secure the chamber doors. Members, please take your seats. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. President.
All right, Senators, on this Monday, March 3rd, we are very pleased to have Bishop Lisa Weah of New Bethlehem Baptist Church in Baltimore, Maryland, guest of the distinguished senator from the 40th District. Please rise for the invocation.
Good evening. Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you for this day, and we honor you in this place. We declare that you are the maker and ruler of the heaven and the earth, and we invite you into this space and time to have your way today. We ask that you will bless this congregation of leaders, anoint these officials to do what they are assembled to do, that you may be glorified, that your people may be uplifted and edified. We thank you now for your blessings and your grace, and in your matchless and holy name we do pray. Amen.
Well done. Thank you. Wonderful. All right. Can we recognize the good senator from the 26th Legislative District? From the 26th Legislative District, if we could. If could fill in for the good senator from the 40th, who is stuck at his 40th district night.
Thank you very much, and good meeting you, and thank you for coming and praying, and I ask that the words be journalized.
Without objection, we'll certainly journalize the pastor's invocation, the bishop's invocation this evening, and thank her for her presence and her work in our communities. I know that the good senator from the 40th certainly wishes that he has got the whole crew. It was all of West Baltimore was here tonight, and so they were coming back over. I'm sure he'll be here in just a minute. All right. Has everyone recorded their presence? It appears so. The clerk will take the call. With 41 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland is now in session. Senators, we definitely have a bout of the Annapolis session flu spreading around. It is everywhere. So remember to wash your hands and do all the things. It's definitely hitting. We've got folks, staff, electeds dropping like flies. So take your time. Get some rest. If you feel sick, please make sure to kind of stay away from others. If you can. So, all right. Let's see. We have a special presentation resolution. Senator from Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight we have the Maryland Council for Social Studies.
Senators, if we could please.
The Maryland Council for Social Studies is dedicated to the promotion and support of social studies education in Maryland and the United States. That includes government too, Mr. President.
Certainly.
The MDCSS works to build a community of social studies educators in the state of Maryland, and through this network, advance cultural understanding. So tonight we have 5 of the 6 award winners. Somebody's out sick. So first I want to recognize the elementary social studies teacher of the year is Angie D. Guzman, 4th grade teacher at Ebb Valley Elementary School in Carroll County. Angie, you want to kind of wave a little bit? Thank you. The second award is for secondary social studies teacher of the year, and that nominee is Dawn Jester, a social studies teacher at North Hartford Middle School in Harford County. The third award is for the promising new social studies teacher of the year, and this year goes to Mitchell Agate, an 8th grade social studies teacher at Leith Walk Elementary School in Baltimore City. The fourth award is a social studies instructional leader of the year, and that goes to Ashley Curtin, project-based learning program leader for Calvert County Public Schools. Ashley's the one that's out sick. No, there's Ashley. Thank you. The fifth award is for outstanding professional at a social studies related organization, and that goes to Terry Taylor, education programs manager at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum in Baltimore. Congratulations, Terry. And the sixth and final award is co-sponsored by the Maryland Civic Education Coalition and is the Maryland Civic Education Coalition Civic Educator of the Year, and that goes to Victoria Greer, an IB Social Studies teacher at Meade High in Anne Arundel County. Congratulations. I think we have citations, resolution that the Secretary could read.
Yes, and we'll have the Secretary read the resolution in full, and we will vote on one and substitute for all.
Be it hereby known to all, the Senate of Maryland offers sincerest congratulations to the Social Studies and Civics Educator Award recipients in recognition of your award for excellence in social studies and civics education. Thank you for your dedication to your students. Congratulations. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on this third day of March 2025.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President?
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, the clerk will take the call. To the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful social studies educators and civic educator award recipients, the Senate of Maryland unanimously thanks you for your service and your work. Thank you for upholding democracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Senators, we have another special presentation, but we're not quite ready yet. They're going to be coming over from the House. So let's go ahead and do announcements as we wait for them to join us on this end. Senator from the 40th.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I appreciate you all picking up the slack of just coming from 40th District Night, but I do want to recognize and honor to kick off Women's History Month. Today we were provided the prayer by Bishop Lisa Weir, the first female pastor of New Bethlehem Baptist Church. Bishop Weir works in the 40th District with partners including Johns Hopkins, the University of Maryland, and numerous faith and community coalitions to feed, employ, and empower hundreds of persons within the Sandtown Winchester community and throughout the DMV. Again, please join me in giving a round of applause to Bishop Weir. Also, colleagues, tonight in the balcony, and if you're here from the 40th District, would you please stand? I'm joined by residents, leaders, community participants from all over District 40, and I want to thank all of my colleagues for making it out tonight. Colleagues, again, please join me in giving them a warm welcome to the Maryland Senate.
Welcome, welcome. Love seeing y'all. All right, additional introductions. Additional introductions? Pages, sure. Let's do the co-chair of the protocol committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, we're starting another week with a fresh group of pages are here to help us out. Our first page hails from Prince George's County, District 26, Friendly High School, Trinity Divine. Next page hails from Wacomico County, Parkside High School, Julia Gore. And the next page hails from Washington County, North Hagerstown High School, Grace Hollingsworth. Next two pages hail from Montgomery County. The first is Richard Montgomery High School. That's Liliana Katz Hollander. Liliana? The next page hails from Clarksburg High School, Jasheen Kaur. Our next page may sound a little familiar, hailing from Baltimore City, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, Miss Kennedy McCrae. And our last page to announce today hails from Frederick County, Lingnor High School, Asiri Prasad. Asiri? Those are our pages for the week, Mr. President.
Excellent, thank you. Welcome back, pages. It'll be a very action-filled week this week. Before we move on, I believe we are close to ready to our next. Just a note to make sure Senator saw today, the Speaker's son's service will be on Friday. The viewing will be on Thursday evening from 5 to 8 at the funeral home, at the church. And then Brandon will be have services on Friday at 11. So we'll have a pro forma session on Friday, and I will certainly try to be there for those who are able to join. Certainly, please feel more than welcome, and we wish her, the absolute, our deepest condolences for her loss. All right, believe we are beginning with the Chair of Judicial Proceedings, Senator from Montgomery County.
You want to go first, or? Okay. Actually, sir, you want to? No, you go first. Okay, excellent. Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight, I'd like to. We have the Veterans Caucus is going to honor a few folks of fallen heroes from Maryland, and tonight is my distinct honor to honor Petty Officer First Class Christopher Chambers, who was served in the United States Navy. United States Officer, Petty Officer, First Class Christopher Chambers passed away on January 11th, 2024, while in the line of duty. Chambers was born in Bethesda in District 16, and it was raised in Prince George's County. Having been part of a tight-knit family, he and his sister and his cousins went on to the same school together and spent summers at a local pool. They grew up playing various sports. Swimming was his strongest suit, which is why he went into the Navy and became a Navy SEAL. He graduated from the University of Maryland in 2009, where he was a part of the swimming team and was also briefly a university's beloved mascot. And he was remembered as always having a smile on his face and having been a genuine nice person and a leader. He met his wife, Mikhail, in Pacific Beach in San Diego in 2014 while she was enrolled in San Diego State University. The pair shared a connection and were later married in 2014. Born into a proud lineage of servicemen, Chambers answered the call to service to his country by enlisting in the United States Navy in 2012. Driven by a passion for challenge and a commitment to excellence, he graduated from SEAL training in 2014, which is an amazing feat, Mr. President, joining one of the most elite fighting forces in the entire world. While he found great fulfillment in the physical demands and excitement of his career, his deepest motivation was a profound sense of duty to be a part of something greater than himself. He was, above all, a proud American. Throughout his distinguished career, Chambers embodied the SEAL ethos of perseverance, integrity, honor. His commitment to hard work and leadership leaves a lasting mark on both his teammates and the next generation of SEALs whom he sought to inspire by his example. His service was recognized with numerous commendations, including the Defense Meritorious Service Medal, 2 Navy Achievement Medals with a combat. He was a Combat Action Ribbon, and 3 additional Navy Achievement Medals, among others. He also earned multiple elite qualifications serving as the Joint Terminal Attack Controller, JTAC. He was a JTAC instructor, he was a sniper, and a Navy instructor. On January 11th, while leading a raid in the Gulf of Aden, Chambers tragically slipped between the SEALs' combat craft and the vessel they were boarding, and despite an exhaustive 11-day search and rescue effort, both Chambers and the SEAL that he followed were declared lost at sea. The mission shifted to recovery, honoring the bravery and the sacrifice of both men. Chambers and his teammate gave their lives in service of their country, passing as heroes. Chambers' legacy lives on in the hearts of those he served with, and the many lives that he touched through his dedication, courage, and selfless sacrifice. His memory will forever inspire those who followed in his footsteps. His wife, Mikhail, currently resides in California with their daughter, Kennedy, and together they enjoy beach camping, visiting the zoo, spending time with their 2 golden retrievers. And she extends tonight her heartfelt gratitude to their close family and friends, including the many of Chris's classmates and former teammates, for their continuous support during this time. Looking ahead, Mikhail is committed to providing Kennedy with the life that she and Chris always envisioned for her. Mikhail is eternally grateful to the Tunnel of Towers for allowing her to remain in the house and the community that she and her husband chose as their favorite home. Mikhail wishes to honor Chris by sharing that her husband was not only a proud American Navy SEAL, but also a loving husband and a dedicated father, despite the demands of his career. His passionate, kind, humorous, and charming demeanor drew people towards him, all of whom he welcomed with open arms, and as friends. Chambers' memory will remain alive through Mikhail and his daughter. He is severely missed. United States Petty Officer First Class Christopher J. Chambers is survived by his loving wife Mikhail, his beautiful daughter Kennedy, and his parents and his sister. The Tunnel of Towers Foundation has paid off the mortgage of their family home through the Gold Star Family Home Program. So tonight, Mr. President, we'd like to honor the Petty Officer, the SEAL, for his service and sacrifice, and all of those who have come before him and who have fallen in the line of service in the United States Navy and all of the armed services. So, Mr. President, I'll pass it off to my colleague and my senator from Baltimore County to continue the commemoration.
Recognizing the chair of the Veterans Caucus.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I want to pay respect and acknowledge the other fallen comrade. United States Army Chief Warrant Officer II, Andrew Lloyd Eves, passed away on January 29th, 2025, while in the line of duty. He lived in Great Mills, Maryland, that's in St. Mary's County. Eves was one of the 67 people killed when an airplane commercial flight collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter near Ronald Reagan's Washington National Airport. The crash occurred just before 8 p.m. when American Airline Flight 5342 from Wichita, Kansas attempted to land and collided in midair with a Black Hawk helicopter. The passenger plane with 64 people aboard and the helicopter carrying 3 soldiers fell into the Potomac River. The 39-year-old served as a training instructor in the Army's Bravo Company, 12th Aviation Battalion out of Davidson Army Airfield in Fort Belvoir, Virginia. According to the Macon Beacon, Eves attended Central Academy, a private school in Macon, which closed in 2017. Eves also attended the University of Maryland Global Campus, according to his Facebook profile. Brookville in Knoxville County has a population of 885, according to the 2023 U.S. Census estimate. His mother, Betty Eves, still lives in the small town, surrounded by the Sam D. Hamilton Knoxville National Wildlife Refuge and the Black Prairie Wildlife Management Area. If you knew Andrew Eves, animals or people, you never run out of love. Betty Eves wrote in a Facebook post, "The more he gave, the more room he had for more loving." She shared photos of her son as a child in several public posts after learning of his death. Eves' wife, Carrie Eves, shared the news of the tragedy in a post on Facebook. On that evening, she asked friends and family to share their photos of her late husband, and hundreds of people responded. I will conclude by saying, in the game of life, every sport has a champion. Every champion has a journey, and every journey has an end. May the stalwart, dedicated, and patriotic champion and comrade rest in eternal peace. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you all. We are pleased in this moment of remembrance and sacrifice to be joined by a number of guests today. We are joined by Major General Janine Burkhead of our National Guard, Secretary Anthony Woods, Mr. Justin Holcomb, Director of Government Affairs to the Tunnel to Towers, and we thank you for your service, at Brigadier General Andrew William Collins and Lois Chambers. We are so deeply sorry for your loss, Ms. Chambers, and we are humbled by your presence, and thank you for your son's service and your service. We are deeply, deeply, deeply forever thankful. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. Thank you. Recognize the senator from District 6.
Thank you, Mr. President. Speak on the tunnel for towers. Since 9/11, we have been helping American heroes, by providing mortgages, free house to Gold Stars and fallen first responder families with young children, and by building specially adopted smart homes for catastrophic injured veterans and first responders. We are also committed to making homes for our veterans who are homeless and helping America to never forget September the 11th, 2001. As you said, Mr. President, the Tunnel for Towers, Justin Holcomb, who also is head of the Governor's Affairs, is with us here this evening, and I want to thank them for being here and honor those. And there's many more things that they want to do for the state of Maryland, so we're going to be working with them, and I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Mr. President.
Excellent. Thank you, Senator. We are so thankful for their work, truly. Thank you. They do remarkable, remarkable work. We're gonna transition a bit, which is always challenging in moments where we're remembering sacrifice. But we have another individual who is here today joining us, who is working incredibly hard in a new capacity. Someone that honored to call both a friend and colleague, and would ask if she is open to come join if she would like to address the Senate. Our U.S. Senator Angela Alsterbrooks. Great to see you.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here tonight. Thank you so much, Mr. President, for just allowing me a moment to stop by and say how truly honored I am to be one of your colleagues, to be on Team Maryland, and to also add my gratitude to everyone here for those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in serving our country, as well as those who continue to serve our country. I know Senator Smith and a number of others in this body have also served our country, and so I do want to offer my gratitude to all who continue to serve. And I have to tell you what an honor it is to represent all of you in Washington at a time where we continue to grapple with the challenges of our country. Many of those challenges you grapple with here. How to make sure that we are providing for every one of our families, because I am convinced that at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, to have for our families real and growing economic opportunity, finding ways that we can have health care for our family members when they are sick. We have been promising as well that we would address the issue around the cost of housing, which continues to grow. And so there are so many challenges that we are facing every day. But what we understand is that we must do this work together to find the ways to continue to grow our country, and to remember to recognize the accomplishments and the contributions of so many. I can't help but to quickly mention the 160,000 Marylanders who are also patriots, who serve in the federal government as civil servants. I have met a number of them. They show up every day. Many of them have worked for decades. They are the people who make sure that our water is clean, who ensure that our elders who have worked to earn Social Security benefits have those benefits. And we are deeply concerned right now for many of them who are concerned about their livelihood. But I just wanted to say thank you. I know this work is not easy for any of us, but we do it because we love our state, we love our country, and we believe in a future for our country and for our state. So thank you for that work. I look forward to continuing to work with all of you to confront again the many, many challenges that we see, and I am convinced that we will, in fact, continue to grow our state, to grow our families, and to protect our country. So thank you so much again, Mr. President. Thank you to all of you. God bless you, and I look forward to continuing to work for you and with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Senator. Pleasure to see you. You're always welcome, always welcome. You can take a break from the craziness and come up the road. Yeah. All right, yes, Senator from the 25th District.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've seen some of my constituents have already vacated the premises because the bus is outside and it leaves at 8:30. But today we had District 25 night over in the House building, and had the pleasure of having one of my constituents, our United States Senator Angela Alsobrooks, grace our presence. And we had a great turnout from Forestville to District Heights, Capitol Heights, Suitland, Largo, Kettering, Mitchellville, Temple Hills, Upper Marlboro, all of Andrews Air Force Base. All of these people make our district what it is, and so I'm so proud to have them and so proud to represent them. And thank you to all of my colleagues who all showed up. And thank you, Mr. President, for coming and gracing us with your presence and letting us know that you care about District 25 the same way you care about the entire state of Maryland. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll tell you, the District 25 put up a fight for the food, the quality food. 40th's got something to learn from the 25. No, seriously. In all seriousness. All right. Okay. Let's see. Any other announcements? Any other announcements before we jump in today? If not, so we consider the reading of the journal from the prior legislative day. We've got introduction of Senate bills, calendar number 45. Clerk will read the bills.
Senate Bill 1041, Senator Kramer, property tax, charter counties, application of county tax limitations on public safety budget, rules.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bills. They'll be referred to the they'll be referred to the Rules Committee. We've got some bills from the House. Clerk will read the bills.
House Bill 6, Delegate Farr, State Department of Assessments and Taxation, Department of General Services, Property Appraisal Aids, Geographic Images, Budget and Taxation.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bills. They will be referred to the appropriate standing committees, despite some of the chairs not wanting them. All right, on the Senate bond initiatives, calendar 37, clerk will read the bond initiatives.
Number 1, Senator Jennings, Humane County of Harford County, Humane Society of Harford County, Shelter and Training Facility, Budget and Taxation.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bond initiatives. They will be referred to the Capital Budget Subcommittee. That does it for today. Desk is clear. So we're going to have a really long day tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a long day on the floor, probably Thursday too. And we're going to do a pro forma on Friday, so we're going to try and jam in as much as we can Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a busy week. Any further announcements from committees, other standing committees, select committees, joint committees? Anything for the good of the order? Yes, recognize the Minority Whip.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to do the Republican caucus announcement for 8:30 tomorrow morning. We have some special guests joining us, 8:30. Thank you.
8:30. Democratic Caucus?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. The Senate Democratic Caucus will be meeting at 9 a.m., and we're all special. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 9 a.m. All right. Any further announcements before tomorrow morning? If not, let's go ahead and do a quorum call.
Mr. President?
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 45 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland remains in session, recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate of Maryland stand adjourned until Tuesday, March 4th at 10 a.m.
Without objection, so ordered. Stay safe. See you tomorrow morning.